welcome back with Create with Sweet Parakeet. Today I'm going to show you how to make a body scrubby. So I made a few of these for a couple of my nieces and my sister for Christmas, and they're really really neat to just kind of keep in the shower. I do have a little hand holding thing, little strap on the back, so it's easier to keep it in your hand, so that when you scrub your body in the shower or in the bath. This one is a double crochet stitch, and this one is a half double crochet stitch. I'm going to be showing you how to do the double crochet stitch one, but I am going to put the pattern for both of them in the comments. So go ahead and like and share this video, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel to get notifications of future videos. So today we are going to be needing scissors, a yarn needle to weave in the ends, a crochet hook, and this is the type of yarn we're going to be using. It's called Scrubology, Scrub It, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. They're the ones that carry the Yarn Bee brand. And the recommended hook size is a 6mm or a size J hook, and that's what we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and get started. A little bit more about this yarn is that it has that little scrub on it, so it's perfect for scrubbies of any kind. I use these for just the body scrubbies. I don't use them for face scrubbies, just because they are a little bit more abrasive for the face. Let's see if I can find my end. I found my end. Kind of came out in a big old ball, but that's okay because I'm going to need a little bit anyway. So with one of these balls of yarn, I think I made like 2 or 3 of the scrubbies, so they can actually go along. One ball can actually go a long way. So we're gonna start by making a magic circle. So making a magic circle, you take it in your fingers, you wrap it around 2, and you cross it. So there's a cross on the back, or an X on the back, and on the front you're going to take your crochet hook underneath this top one, or the first one, grab your second one and twist it, and then that is your circle. So let me show you that again. So you can cross over. You're going to take it here and hold it with your thumb, cross it, so you make an X on the back, and then do that. Okay, so then we're going to have our circle. We're going to chain 2. And the reason why I want to do a circle on this, you can typically, chain 3 and then slip stitch into the first one to get your ring, but I like to do the the magic ring on this so I can get the middle really tight. See how in my middle I was able to get it really tight? That's what I would like. And on this one, that way I don't have a big old gap in the middle. Okay, so our chain 2. So when we do our chain 2s for each round, they are not going to count for a double crochet stitch. If we do, then it just makes a little gap. So this is just going to tighten our little gap up. So we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to put 12 double crochet stitches in our ring. So yarn over, into the ring, yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. We're going to do that 12 times. 2, 3, 4, Don't be worried if it's not evening out on your ring. We're gonna pull this tight to make it round. So. And we're only gonna do 3 rounds with this double crochet. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm just going to double count real quick. I'm not going to count my chain 2, so there's my chain 2. I'm not going to count that. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we're going to go ahead and pull on our little tail here so that we tighten down our circle. Our ring. I'm just going to pull it together like that, and then we're going to slip stitch in the top of the first double crochet, so not in the chain 2 but in the top of the first double crochet. So we're going to slip stitch and pull that tail again, and we get it nice and tight. So then with slip stitching into that top of that double crochet, it pulls it together so that you're not going to see that chain 2, so they're not going to know that you did not crochet into that, and it's not going to leave any gap either. So then that was round 1. Round 2, so we're going to chain 2, and then we are going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch around. So we're going to end up with 24 double crochets. So the first one is what we actually slip stitched into. So that's the first one. So that's what we're going to put our double crochets in. So yarn over, put in our stitch, yarn over, pull through, got 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then another one in that same stitch. We're going to do 2 in each stitch around. So our next one's right here, and then we're going to count to make sure that we have 24 stitches around. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, now we're going to go 2 all the way around. So go ahead and continue this round, and I will meet you back when we get to here. Okay, so I have 22, so here's my last stitch that I'm going to put my last 2 in. And 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch, not in the top of the chain 2, but in the top of the first double crochet. You really want to just bring that together. So a slip stitch, so you pull through and then pull through again. Okay, so that's round 2. So round 3, we're going to chain 2 again. So this is going to be the last round, and then we'll work on the hand holder in the back. So chain 2, and then we're going to do 2 double crochets in the first stitch, so in the same stitch that we slip stitched, and then we're going to do 1 double crochet, and then we'll do 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. And we're going to do that around so that we have 36 double crochets. So we're increasing again for this round. So we're going to put 2 in this first one. So it's going to be right here where we slip stitched. So our first stitch, so we get 2. So 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then our next stitch we're going to do 1, and that's going to be what we repeat all the way around. We're going to go 2 1 2 1 2 1. So that pattern. So now we need to do 2. So 1, 2, and then 1, and then 1, 2, and then 1. And we're going to continue that all the way around. Now if you notice yours is curling up like mine is, or if you notice a lot of gaps, it probably means that you are crocheting a little too tight. So just go ahead and loosen it up a little bit, loosen up your tension. But I've been known to be a tight crocheter, so it's just kind of how I do things. So not a huge deal. It doesn't look, you know, still looks good. It's just if you notice that that's happening and you don't want that, then just loosen up a little bit. But go ahead and work that pattern all the way around, and I'll meet you right back here. So remember, 2 1 2 1 2 1, and then you're going to have 36 for this round. Okay, so I went around and I have 33, so I have 2 last stitches. So I'm going to put 2 here and 1 here. And if you notice, you know, like as I was talking about tension, you can just kind of pull it and stretch it a little bit, and then it'll lay flat. Okay, so we're going to do the last 3, which will be our 36. Okay, and then we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first double crochet, not the chain 2, but in the top of double crochet, slip stitch, and that is our round. So we're done with our rounds, so we just need to finish up with the little hand strap and we will be done. So you're not going to fasten off, we're actually going to keep going, and we're just going to turn our work and work on the back. But I just wanted to show you, this is how the finished product looks. Like even with my tight crochet, these spaces aren't even that bad. If you want to make it smaller, all you have to do is just not do as many rounds. If you want it bigger, you can make another round, and you would just do 2 double crochets and then 1 1, 2 double crochets and then 1 1, and keep that going if you want. I think this is a pretty good size. If you want to make a smaller one for like a little girl or little boy, I would recommend using the half double crochet and then doing just the 3 rounds instead of the 4, because the 4 is the same size as this, but if you use just 3 rounds, then it'll be a little bit smaller for their smaller hand. So it's a very easy pattern to adjust for what you want. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and flip it, and we're going to put the strap right across here. We'll weave in our ends later at the end. So to make our strap, we need to chain 13. So you're gonna, so we did our slip stitch to connect our rounds. So we're just gonna chain 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So after we get that 13, what we're going to do is we're going to lay it across here, and you're going to try to estimate it of what is the center. So we're going to come back this way. So So you don't want it over here because then it's going to be up here. So you're going to want it kind of on this side of our center. So I'm actually going to go into this one right here. So if I lay it just on that side, I can kind of see that my crochet hook is getting close to this stitch right here on the other side. So we are going to insert our hook. Hold on. Going to insert, and we are going to make a slip stitch. So you're just going to pull it through and then pull it through again like that. So you're just going to slip stitch it. Then, so you want it to lay flat. If it's coming up a little bit more, then you might have to chain another one. If it's too loose, you might have to chain less. But 13 is perfect for my tension. So then we are going to use a half double crochet and we're going to crochet back. So we slip stitch in this one. So we're going to slip stitch in this next. Next chain, or next stitch. And then we are going to half double crochet all the way across. And we should have the same number of half double crochets that we do of the chains that we made. So I made 13, so I'm going to make 13 half double crochets across, and then I'm going to slip stitch over here. So half double crochet is yarn over, put it through your chain, pull, and then yarn over, pull through. You have 3 on your hook, so so you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 instead of just pulling through 2. So that's a half double crochet. So yarn over into the chain, yarn over, pull through. You have 3. You're going to pull through all 3. And you're going to do that all the way across. So I like the fact that we're using the same yarn for the strap so that we don't have as many ends to weave in when we're done. We'll just have the 2, the beginning and the end. Okay, just a couple more. I'm on my last one. So my last one is right there. If you think that you have forgotten one, just go back and double count. And I always count my stitches just to be on the safe side before I finish up. Okay, so then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So I did my 13. So we're going to need to slip stitch into the next stitch. So you can see that we slip stitch into this one. So we're going to slip stitch into this next one, the top one, to kind of cinch it down. That way it lays flat, just like on the other side. And then chain, and then we're going to fasten off. So I'll just chain 1 and just pull up and cut my yarn, pull this out, and that is my scrubby with my little hand strap. So let's go ahead and weave in our ends. So I just took this and tugged it a little bit. So I have a yarn needle that has a big eye hook because this yarn is really thick, so you're not going to be able to do it real well with a small eye. So just kind of keep that in mind. Okay. And then I just start right here, and I just weave it in couple of those underneath that, and I'll just pull, and then I'll go back. And I go back and forth 3 times. That way I know that it's gonna kind of stick in there and it's not gonna come out on me. Like that. And then just snip it off. And then this one, I want to pull tight to kind of close up my hole as much as possible. Because once I weave this in, I won't be able to adjust that. Just pull back my strap out of the way. And I just go underneath these stitches. In the round. Pull it through. And then go back. It does get a little difficult. So just kind of work it in there. We're only going back and forth 3 times, so it's not that big of a deal. There we go. And go ahead and get as close as possible without snipping any of your stitches. And we are finished. And that is that. Now you have a beautiful hand scrubby that you can make for yourself or gift it. Like I said, I gifted these for Christmas. I'm thinking about making a couple up for Mother's Day that's coming up in a couple of months. You can do any, they have all sorts of colors. They have orange, red, they have like a light blue, they have like a purple. So you can choose any color, but this is the double crochet body scrubby. So I will put the pattern link in the description, so watch for that and have a happy crafting day.